All right, no sound. Thank you, man. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for coming into the comments and helping me out here. So yeah, I was just saying that I'm super tired. Just overslept and woke up like 20 minutes ago. Had to run down, get some breakfast, and run down to the office. So yeah, maybe that's why I forgot to hit that mute. Anyway, it's Monday, and I want to start doing these live streams every Monday for you guys. Man, I look tired. Yeah, that's because I am. Anyway, it's Monday. And every Monday I want to do these live streams to show my market scanning process. Okay, so what I want to do is, so first of all, I always did my market scanning on the weekends, right, when the markets were closed, because when the markets are closed, it's easier in the sense to go through the markets and there's no noise, there's no distractions, But also I've seen that I do value my time, especially, my time with the kids, my time with the family. So, 1 or 2 hours on a weekend, it's a very important time for me. So I decided to move that market scanning session to Mondays as well. And I've been doing, the weekly scanning for so long time now that it's kind of like automatic. So I don't think the moving candles or the fact that the markets are open can affect me too much on a Monday. I did it last Monday and it worked quite well. So we're gonna do that this Monday as well. Before we do that, though, we do have a question here inside the private mentoring part of the RLZ trading Discord, and I have a free Discord you can join, completely free. You can find the link in the description below. By the way, guys, if you want to help out, you can also sign up to Prime XP, which is sponsoring this channel. So if you want to show your support, definitely sign up to Prime XP to show your support. I also have a discount code for the Fivers. You can get I believe it's 10% discount on your first purchase of an evaluation account, and I also have that link in the description below, description of this video. Now I want to break this down. This is from Chris this is a private student, and he's talking about this setup right here. This is on the 4 hour. So if we're looking at this from a 4 hours perspective and kind of like isolate this, and we're not gonna care too much about let's first read the comments here. Haven't taken this yet, but considering the first option is 0.5, second would be 0.8, or what do you think? So this is actually great, right? So look at the first option, which is 0.5. I do think that if we're looking at this, I do think we do see a clear gap between the entry zone right here. Now you can't see my cursor for some reason. I'm not sure why you can't do that when I have well, now you can. Okay, can you see this if I'm writing? No, it's weird. Anyways, if you look at the entry area right here, so the entry area aligns quite nicely with these tops of those candles right here, which I do think makes perfect sense for an entry. Okay, I think that makes yeah. So right now, this exactly this live stream that we're doing right now, you're absolutely right, Cash. The live stream that I'm doing right now is only for the members of the Discord. Sometimes I'm gonna do public ones, and sometimes I'm gonna do closed ones. And today this one is only for the members of the Discord. I also pushed out a link to Twitter, but it's not gonna be publicly available on YouTube. Maybe as a replay, but I want to try to I want to give some value to the community. I want to you guys in the community very valuable to me. It's not only the fact that I'm helping you guys trade, but actually like helping you guys trade also helps me become a better trader by having to explain the concepts in detail. Really does help me a lot. So I want to make sure that you get the value that you deserve, and having these live streams as unlisted on YouTube and only giving you guys a link, I feel feels fair to also the members of the free Discord. So I'm gonna break that down this quickly. What you can see here between the entry point right here and the this level above, that there's like a gap. You can see that there's a vacuum or air, you can call it whatever you want. There's space between the entry zone and the take profit area. So I think this is a really good and interesting setup. I mean, if you're trading based on this green moving average, then of course the entry would be below that. So I don't know how much sense that would make, because if you look at the local trend, then price has been bouncing off that EMA very nicely, and there has only been wicks below. So if this candle closes below, then that would invalidate that trend based on that moving average. So if you're using that moving average in your trading and your analysis, then obviously that is neglecting that idea basically. So depends on what you're trading on, but like what I'm trading on is I'm looking at purely horizontal levels, and then in that case, based on the 4 hour, this is a really good idea. And I do think that taking profits here, you can probably, well, I like the stop loss placement here as well. The stop loss placement is very good. I think you can either take profit here or at the last local high, but looking at these candles right here, I do think you've selected the right take profit target. So I think this is pretty much perfect. Pretty much perfect. You also see that you Google for print screenshot Windows 11. You can actually press the camera button here on TradingView, which should be here, and then just press copy image, and then it's going to copy it over. I want to do that a bit quicker. Right, so now let's talk trading. There's a market scanning. Let's see what we got. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to try. Why is this not working? Let's see. I want to try and connect my stream deck to TradingView. So I want to make this process of scanning the markets even quicker. So you guys know that if you've been following me for a while, you know that I have I've been evolving my market scanning routine quite a lot from time to time. By the way, I got a screen here. Look at that. I got a screen in the background now. It looks super professional. Look like a proper trading influencer here with the Bitcoin chart behind me. Cool. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so what I do is I move all of the Forex pairs and Bitcoin and everything down to scan. List that I'm going to be going through is the list called to scan. Basically yeah, it's self-explanatory, I guess. Now what I want to do is I want to go into trading into Stream Deck, and I'm going to see if I can actually share this with you guys, because it might give you some interesting ideas on what you might want to do for yourself. Let's see if I can. Could we move some stuff here? What happens if I put that on? Okay, so this is the actual main screen. Perfect. Good. Bigger. Perfect. Okay. I got Stream Deck Mini. It's like, I think it's like $80 or $90 or something like that. I guess if you're just trading and using this, if you're used to this TradingView, maybe it's not worth the price, but I'm using this obviously for streaming. It's really useful for streaming. But what I want to do is I want to see if I can put in the short commands for TradingView, specifically adding colors to each of the Forex pairs. So I'm basically, I got my left hand on the Stream Deck, and then I can select 3 different colors for the Forex pairs, and those colors should be, so where do we have the actual colors here? Let's see. Okay, so we got red, blue, green, yellow. So we have to kind of like create a system for this, right? So what I first do is I look at my list here. So the ones I have is open trades. Open trades does not need to have a specific color. All I'm interested in: scanned priority, scanned interesting, and no interest. So to me, it's quite obvious that I want to have no interest. No interest is going to be red. And interesting going to be yellow. And priority going to be green. Okay. Now, how do I add? What's the short command on adding colors? We have to figure that out. And where do we figure that one out? Okay, so we need to... Let me see if I can put in a quick Google on that. I can't get this set up to be working. I think we're gonna have a really good... Okay, so we got the Alt F keys. So it says a small menu will appear with different colors. Use the corresponding number keys 1 to 6 for the desired colors. Okay, so let's try Bitcoin. So it should be Alt F. No? Okay, that's not working. Shift F. Full screen. I was pretty sure that was Alt F. Okay, so Alt F adds a horizontal label. Maybe we should Alt F1. Is that one? Alt F1. And is it, I believe maybe it's Alt Enter, something like that. Alt Enter or Control Enter. Do Alt Enter. Or do I have to press 1? And now it's going to be Alt F. Okay, so now I press Alt Enter and it gives me the previous colors selected. But I want the, I need the actual short command. It seems I might have to do the regular market scanning, and then I'll have to put in some type of macro into Stream Deck, because what you can do is you can probably right click and then like there should be something available, right? Like there should be, I mean, here we have, might be able to add it to specific watch list, something like that, but it should be able to. I should be able to in a simple way add colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the look up the specific way that we add colors, and then I will put that macro into Stream Deck, and then probably next Monday when I'm doing the market scanning session I will have that. So now, because we're a little bit late, low on time here, because I got a meeting coming up at in 40 minutes, so I'll have to do this rather quickly. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you, I'm going to add this horizontal support and resistance tools right here. As you can see, it's the it's called SRMTF, and you can go into indicators here and you can select, you can just search for SRMTF and you will find it. It's this one right here, SRMTF, and it comes up here, support and resistance channel zone, whatever. Add that one and then you get these on right here. I went in and I've just changed the colors of this. Okay, so we got Euro GBP. Is this interesting? Yes, it's interesting. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna select the ones I think are interesting and which are in a priority. So this is a priority because it's at a daily level. Okay, next. GBP USD. Wow, look at that. Holy shit. We had a trade here on GBP USD. Actually I missed that one. Look at that. Look at that. It missed that entry by like a pipette. Like the absolute smallest price move right here. Moved out, you know, moved away from that entry. Absolutely beautiful trade example right here. This is picture perfect stuff right here, where you have a higher time frame trend. You can see on the daily higher highs, higher lows. Look at the 4 hour, comes down into reload zone, breaks structure. You can clearly see that you had a downtrend right here and then an uptrend here, and it kind of broke that down structure. This is a picture perfect trade right here, and obviously big runner right here. I missed 1 hour, but it could easily have been, you know, a 5 hour trade, this one, if you're looking for that type of swing trade. So what I'm doing here, you know, with my entries is I'm not like, my system is very diverse, if you will. It's very optimizable to whatever way, whatever strategy, whatever trading personality you have, because all I'm doing is, you know, I'm looking at the fundamentals of the market. Price comes down to hits its support level. What happens at support? Well, most likely it's going to bounce, so I'll be looking at a buy at support. And how do I determine the confirmation of that order? Is I wait for price to come into support, and then I simply wait for a reaction that is telling me that price is doing what I think I want it to do at support. Now, I say things like what I think it will do. That's obviously discretionary trading. But I'll be able to show you what that looks like when on our next trade. So now with GBP USD, looking at the daily, this is interesting. I think it's interesting, but not a priority. CAD CHF, yeah, this is definitely interesting. We don't have the indicator marking out a level here, but I do think that we're hitting a level. I do think that this this general area right here is also a horizontal level that the indicator has not marked out. Now, of course, you see that it could have been a perfect retest if it comes a little bit higher, but I definitely think that this is a priority. And not exactly sure what exactly the price structure would look like for me to short this, but I'm thinking that we're probably going to see a break of structure in the 4 hour, like something like that. I could definitely take a trade here based on the 4 hour. And again, I'm only looking for half an hour trade, so it's just going to be such a very, very small move down to that low right there. So basically it's a break and retest of this level down to that level. So you could say what I'm doing is I'm basically swing trading, swing scalping. I don't know, like I'm looking at the levels that I would usually look at when I'm swing trading, but then I look for entries on, you know, based on those levels. But I'm not going to be holding the trades very long because I'm just looking for a very, very small move. So I'm giving the trade a lot of room forever for just a very, very small move. I'm asking the markets to do just do me a very small favor, but then I'm also asking it to take its time, you know, take its time, have a lot of room forever. But that's a priority. Now let's go to the next one. And I'm gonna have to be a little bit quicker on this one. JPY, was this a trade? This is very interesting because if we can look at the daily. We're now, you know, we had a first initial bounce inside the reload zone right here, and now we're in a daily level right here. So we're in a daily support level, and I do think that that's confluent with that level right there. I do think that maybe perhaps this is actually the trade that we looked at in the beginning of the stream. And if we do have a 4 hour bullish candle here, I think I would just go long. So this is definitely a priority trade right there. GBP CHF. a priority to go short. Very, very obvious level right here. Now let's wait for the indicator to see if we can get the same level. That would be pretty cool. We have the same level here. I'm just gonna move around some stuff here. Yeah, pretty much the same level here on the indicator. So that's going to be a priority for a short. USCHF, I can very easily see here that that's going to be a priority for short. AUD/USD. What are we seeing here? This feels messy. Not interested in this one, so I'm going to be moving that down to no interest. NZD/USD, not liking this. If I see something that's just very, well, actually, you know what, let's move that up. Interesting. If I see something that's just very messy, I don't really understand the price structure, I don't get a clear signal or a clear idea of where I want to take price, then I'm just going to move that down to no interest. And the ones that are in interest is like I'm liking something of what I'm seeing, but I'm not really sure what it is. So Bitcoin is interesting. Got USD/CHF. There's a lot of room to the upside, so we got a rejection right here, but there's a lot of room to the upside. This one is actually no interest on that one. And basically the ones that are in no interest, I'm just going to ignore for the week. I want to make sure that I have a small watch list to cover when I'm doing my throughout the week. I want to have as few pairs as possible to watch. Now we can easily see here on CAD/CHF or GBP CAD, I mean, that there's a level here. We're coming up into strong resistance level here. So we could ask ourselves, can we short this? Well, with the fact that we have a major uptrend on the daily, we probably don't want to short this. So this one right here, I think the trade idea is we wait for price to come down here and then we go long here. So that's what we're going to be looking at. Ethereum, we get a nice level above, but that already has been retested. This is no interest. It's sticking to Bitcoin this week. Okay, so on Euro JPY, this is quite messy. We did have a trade in on Euro JPY, I believe. Was this a winning trade? I believe it was. I can't remember. Let's see if we can remove all the past trades wherever they are. Can find them. We go in here. There's the trades. Naming that one to trades. All the other stuff here. Now we go to the daily. What are we seeing here in the daily? I think what I'm seeing is, yeah, so the fact that I have to think about this makes me want to move this to not interested, because if I have to spend too much time trying to find something, then it's not for me. It's that simple. It's just not for me. I'm looking for the obvious and simple moves, the things that I really understand. And this right here, as well as NZD JPY, I feel like well, I don't know. No, I'm gonna move this down. I don't like it. Again, I'm trying to keep as small as possible. Well, this one right here on the 4 hour on GBP and CD, we can clearly see that, this is quite obvious. If price can come down here and then, form around the bottom, then it's time to take this higher. And you can also add the fib here. Again, I don't really have to add the fib to know that we have the 618 down there. But if I do, you'll see that the 618 is down in this area, and that would be a rounded bottom right here, right inside the reload zone. So sometimes it's good to add the reload zone for you guys to show you that I don't have to add it because I see the level, because I've been adding it, for many years on thousands and thousands of charts. I know where the level is, but for you guys, when you're starting out as practice, you should be using, if you're going to be using the fib and EMAs, use it until it's like second nature. And then when it's second nature, you're going to see these levels on the chart anyway. But yeah, that's the level that we want to be buying GBP and NZD. This is a priority. This is one of the possible trades that we're going to be taking here. Another trade that we took last week went very, very well, obviously, with Euro CAD. Now we have to start moving some drawings here into the trade folder. We can remove them and have a little bit of a cleaner chart here. Remove the fib, these levels as well. There's no need to have all of that noise on the chart when we're not trading that specific level. Do we have something interesting happen on EuroCAD? Something interesting, but not sure what. So with the list, with the interesting list, right? If I'm going through the list, that's a priority, and I can't find anything, like I'm not getting any signals on the priority list, then it's time to go to the interesting list. But I'm never touching the no interest list, because I've already looked at the chart and I've already made a decision to say like this, I'm not getting the right feeling for this. So next time I start looking at that no interest chart, maybe it's like, maybe I'll try to force a setup, right? And I want to make sure that I'm not forcing a setup. I want to make sure that I'm not spending too much time on the chart. If it's not clear, if it doesn't stand out right away, then I'm just moving on. AUD NCD is interesting. Euro USD, interesting, very strong move to the upside. Gold, of course, that's going to be interesting. Insanely strong movements on gold. CAD JPY, not interesting. Seems like the JPY trades are JPY pairs are messy this week again. NCD CHF, second time hitting that resistance level. Can we get a rejection? Maybe we can get a rejection here and take this lower. Be sort of a range trade on the 4 hour. Needs to make a lot of sense on the daily, which it kind of does. That is priority. USD JPY, no interest. Silver, no interest. AUD CHF, what about a daily? What do we get on the daily? Resistance, no interest. Okay, GBP. What's going on here? GBP CAD. Well, GBP CAD is we got a couple of tests here. Nah, this is no interest. It feels good when I move a pair to the no interest list, because that means I got less pairs to focus on, which is a great thing. Euro CAD is good. Well, if we can dip down here, then that would be interesting. If we get another dip to the downside, that would definitely be interesting. So that's interesting. USD CAD, well, we do have a level here. I do think that is a level, even though the indicator is not marking it out. I do think that that's a fairly interesting level. What does that look on the 4 hour? Yeah, I think this is a interesting level here on the USD CAD. So if we can get a bullish candle here in USD CAD, yeah, then I think that's an interesting level, or even lower. So this one I want to go long. Not sure when, but definitely sometime this week. Here's another one where, well, yeah, I mean, this is obvious, right? Down to that level, we're even down here. Yeah, this is definitely a priority. Another JPY, no interest. NCD CAD on the daily, looks messy. On the 4 hour, messy, no interest. Euro NCD. Yes, but I quite like that. That's a good, actually a pretty good level for a bounce. Okay, that's a priority. Got CHF JPY. Too messy. Okay, so right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the priority list, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the interest list. So in total, we got 19 pairs to be watching this week, with 10 pairs being a priority. And I think this is a great number. Instead of having 41, which is the whole pair, we now have 10 priority and 9 interest, which is a pretty good it's a pretty good figure. Now I'm gonna be sitting down for this one, because now it's time to go through the priority list and see if we can find some actual trades. This is when the interesting part starts. Right, so let's start with the priority list. I'm not gonna go through the interesting list. And now also because of the fact that the markets are actually open, means that we might find a trade here today. I would say it's quite likely. But my entry trigger is always going to be the 4 hour. So we got Euro GBP. And I also like organizing the priority list. So the ones that I like the most is going to be at the top of the list. I guess there's not. I think the problem with this one is the fact that we have a level right here, and then right above we have another level. And I think this level is valid, definitely. I think definitely a valid level. And the one above, I also think is a valid level. I have 2 areas of interest for potential take profit. Could be, I think that needs to be the take profit. So you're seeing here what I'm doing is I'm looking at high time frame levels, and I'm looking to get out of this trade quickly. I'm looking for the first initial reaction. This is the first retest of this level. We also had almost sort of like a gap here. The gap is now filled. We're hitting that level for the first time. And I'm just looking for the very first initial reaction. Maybe we already got the initial reaction. Maybe this is the initial reaction. But what I'm seeing here is a sort of a rounded bottom right here on the 4 hour. And you know, I personally quite like what I'm seeing here. It's definitely a sort of reaction that I want to see at a high time frame level. You know, we're seeing strong initial reaction. I mean, of course, that's the move that I probably want to get in on. But if we're able to take the trade up to that local high, I can have stop loss, you know, below this whole structure for a about a 6R. And again, I'm only looking for 0.53. So 0.53 is going to be my take profit target. And we are seeing, if we can even go lower into the 15-minute, we are seeing a fairly good structure right here. I mean, you can probably put a trend line, some trend lines on here, and we are seeing a fairly good structure right here. So if this 1 hour candle that's going to be closing in 20 minutes will close, you know, above this level right here, then I do think that we have a potential trade right here. Now we want to put the stop loss somewhere around this area, and just a very, very small move up depending on where we get filled though. But I would probably just take it up to that level right there. Let's go into TP. It should be probably 90, yeah, 90, 97. I think that's good. So this would be the trade. And you might be looking at this and say like, oh, it's a really weird way of trading. And I would say, yeah, it is a pretty weird way of trading, but it works well. You know, it actually works surprisingly well. So that's going to be the trade on Euro GBP. We're just going to be waiting for the 1 hour candle to close here, which is in 19 minutes. So probably going to be the last thing I do on this live stream, is entering that trade right there. But it depends on the 1 hour candle close. I don't want to close below that level. Close up above and I will mark it enter. I need to prepare MetaTrader for that as well. Make sure that I'm logged into the right account, my main signals account. I also have to go into my copy trader. If everything is set up as it's supposed to be doing, I haven't disabled any accounts. We've got no accounts disabled, so we are ready to roll. If I can be adding a MetaTrader. MetaTrader 1. But hopefully you're all seeing MetaTrader here. So we got that all set up. Yeah, absolutely. I'll take a look at AUD CAD. Yeah, I got AUD CAD here, so let's take a look at that right away. Okay, AUD CAD. On a daily. Okay, we got a level down there on the 4 hour. That's the level right here. So yeah, so on AUD CAD, I would wait for a retest of this level right here. So I got an alert right here, and I will simply wait for a retest of that level right there, and then I will be looking for longs. That's a good level. Now it's not really a daily level, you know, but well, it kind of like there's a wick here, and it could definitely put a level on through here on the daily as well. So I guess it kind of makes sense. So that's what I'm waiting on for AUD CAD. Okay, CAD CHF. Now this is one of those where actually I might have to like move this down, but yeah, no, I think this will actually be a trade. Very nice egg cash. I think that's a very good level to have your alert on. So good call to have it on there. I'm gonna put an alert here for CAD CHF. Comes lower here, it's gonna be breaking retest here on the lower time frames. But is this confident with the higher time frames? No, you know what? It's actually really not. It's not a good trade. I will be removing that alert. I will be removing this, and I will be moving this to no interest. This is not the type of trade that I want to be taking. I want to make sure that it's very important that I stick with the right type of setups, the right type of trades, and if that means missing out, then so be it. No problem at all. GBP, JPY, very interesting scenario that we have playing out right here. I gotta see, is this the Is this the trade idea we had on this? Yeah, this is GBP JPY. This is the one that we had in the very beginning here. That's interesting. Basically looking at the exact same thing here. He would have been filled here, and then we have TP up here. So what would be the trade here? Let's look at the 1 hour. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want to mark out levels here on the 1 hour. That should be it. I think this is the level we kind of want to get above, perhaps. Or I don't know, like it's a really interesting level. Mark that up to, move that up to a priority, because it looks like we might enter GBP JPY and Euro GBP maybe even at the same time here, or maybe I should wait for a 4-hour candle close on GBP JPY. We have news. We get news in 2 days. What about EU? No news on EU. Okay, so GBP JPY, I'm probably gonna wait for a 4-hour candle to close. On Euro GBP, I can wait for a 1-hour candle to close, but it looks unlikely that it's gonna be triggering right now. I'm gonna be adding in alert right here. Okay, moving on to GBP CHF. What was the idea on GBP CHF? Okay, so this is a clear short right here, and the levels align with the indicators as well. So this is obviously clear short, but it's a pretty clear uptrend on the 4-hour. But I guess the short would be from like this level down to that level. Wasn't this the same as AUD CHF? No. Not sure what I'm feeling about this. I'm gonna put an alert here, and then I will move this to interesting. What about Euro CHF? What's the idea here? I think we wanted to short this, if I'm not mistaken. This looks better, because yeah, this looks definitely better. Looks like a top here, because it's just a clear uptrend, and then it's creating a top formation. So this is actually great. This is, we can compare this to GBP CHF. That this is definitely one of those times where you want to have that pen and paper and really take some notes here. Maybe I'm gonna clip this to short, but this is a really good example. We got Euro CHF, which have an uptrend on the 4-hour, coming into resistance, and at resistance it's creating a top formation. Okay, so this is very interesting to short for me, from this level down to perhaps like this level below, somewhere here, maybe even down here. So why is this interesting but not the GBP CHF? Because this top formation in GBP CHF is basically as looking like we have a break and retest. Okay, so Euro CHF looked like this. You know, something like that. Could have a uptrend, and then it kind of transformed into a downtrend. Looking at GBP CHF, you have higher highs and higher lows. And up here, you have this. But if price comes down and hits this level, then this is still an uptrend. So price comes down here, and this is just the first retest of a breakout level. So it's putting in the same top formation, but there's a untested level below. So if there's a top formation and an untested level below, and if that untested level gets hit, then the trend is not broken. So we look at Euro CHF, there's no untested level below, and the top formation is very clear. So you have an uptrend, top formation, and then immediately when it breaks down, you have a downtrend. So that's why Euro CHF is interesting for me to go short, but GBP CHF is not interesting even though it has almost the same structure. Right. Moving on. Gonna putting an alert down here. On to the next one. GBP NCD. Yeah, I mean, I'm still looking for this. I'm still looking for a rejection here, and a move down here in the 4. I'm still thinking that this is possibly a good trade, so I'm gonna be putting an alert here. NCD CHF. Looking at the daily, is this a long or a short? Looking at the fact that, you know, we got resistance here, but also a reclaim of this level. We might want to take it higher. So what does the actual trade look like? There's no news events coming up here, which is pretty cool. Actually, let's check the news. Do we have, what type of news do we have here? Take a look. Okay, so it's loading, but I can't find anything. That's weird. We're looking at Forex Factory. So tomorrow, Tuesday, we got CAD news. We got FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday. Unemployment claims on Thursday for US. Then we got the Fed chair speaking, Powell speaking at on Friday. So we get a few major news events, but not too much. Got some important ones, but it's not overly crowded. So which was the one which one did I look at here? So we gotta do, okay, GBP JPY. I'm waiting for the 4-hour candle to close. Euro GBP. Yeah, this is not gonna be a trade. Gotta wait some more. Have alerts set. AD CAD no trade right now. Euro CHF no trade right now. GBP NCD no trade. NCD CHF potential trade. USD CAD potential trade as well. And then Euro NCD. Oh, this looks interesting as well. So Euro NCD is basically GBP NCD. Euro NCD is giving me what I wanted to see on GBP NCD. So let's see, can we go long based on this? We have a level here. What's the daily telling us here? Well, I would assume that the daily time frame here is telling us that we're at support, because, you know, there's some type of support right here. Looking at the 4-hour, we have a nice candle forming right now. We have on the 1-hour pretty good candles forming on the 1-hour as well. That's a good level for a retest. I feel like I'm not seeing all the perfect things here. Yeah, I can't take a trade on this right now. What about NCD CHF? The 4, so it's at, let's wait for the levels. Okay, so it's at, a high time frame level. It's at, you know, resistance. Kind of breaking structure on the 1-hour. 4-hour is about to close a bearish engulfing candle. If it can't close the bearish engulfing candle, maybe, you know, somewhere here, stops above the level. Yeah, this could be interesting. NCD CHF could be an interesting trade on the close of this 4-hour candle, which is going to come in about 1 hour. I'm probably going to wait for NCD CHF. What about USD CAD? Yeah, USD CAD is going to be long if we get a 4-hour bullish engulfing here. So you look at the 1 hour, very clear rounded structure around the bottom, and a nice bullish reaction here on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, we're about to potentially close a 4-hour bullish engulfing candle, and we have some fairly clean take profit levels above. So NCD CHF possible short based on this, based on only the fact that we're hitting resistance, and it's high time frame resistance as well. So USD CAD and NCD CHF are two possible trades. We got GBP, JPY, also a possible trade on the close of the 4-hour candle. Euro GBP does have a lot of space to the downside. Like if we remove that indicator, you see that there's a lot of space here. It might move lower, and then we have this level which is untested. So there's a lot of room to the downside, which means that this might not be the perfect trade, which also means we have to have very clear confirmation here, which probably means waiting for the 4-hour candle to close. Okay, AUD CAD also a good level. Euro CHF maybe. Then we have Euro NCD. So I'm going to be moving Euro NCD up here. Right now we got like 3 or 4 potential trades that we might want to enter in the next 1 hour. All right, I think that's it for today's live stream. I got a meeting coming up in a couple of minutes. I gotta prepare for that one, but I'm gonna be doing this every Monday. I'm gonna be going through the markets every Monday, and then all of these setups and all of these ideas that you see here, whenever I take a trade, whenever I take a trade, I will post it in the trade, not the trade plan. So this is the trade plans channel. This is where I will post all the actual trade plans from this live stream, and then in the trade setup channel, this is where I will post all the trades. And as you guys know, you're already in the community, so you know that all of these it's just you can join for free and get all of this. This is basically just a way for me to have a place to post all my trades, and I'm gonna be sometimes I'm not gonna be posting everything, so I might miss a trade or two, but I'll try to post everything. Yeah. All right. That's it, guys. Thanks for joining, and I will see you guys in the next live stream, and I hope to see you all in the trading room as well. All right. Take care, guys.